keep this short anyway because my battery on my phone is already dying, so try to shoot this really quick, and I'll pick it back up tomorrow if I run out of time. Zoom did really well today, but he had a couple of bad days where he was a crazy dog, and he just, when he's like that, he stops listening. I mean, you can crank, Dirk said he had the e-collar on like 50, and he was barely listening. His tolerance for the e-collar is like all over the place. But I do keep it. I might actually bump it a little bit more if I have to actually really correct him for something. Like if he's being a brat, I will crank it. But he Dirk had me walk him out. Not all the way to their car, but he did beautifully. He turns on a dime and he wasn't too flat and too wound up. But he hasn't been too wound up. He's doing more public access this week, which is good. I'll see how he does at the salon because that's going to determine if I take him when I go get my hair cut in a couple of weeks. As you can tell, I need a haircut. So he did really well. He's doing really well on his pickups, which I'm really happy about because he had kind of hit a wall. He was doing okay in the house, but Dirk's really fine-tuned a lot. He just had a couple of really bad days, the last couple of days where he kind of has his, he just not paying attention to anything, which is kind of a hard place for him to be when you're trying to get him to actually work. But we're going to do something, and I haven't decided how I'm going to do this because I might have to buy something else. But I think I'm going to put him on CBD oil just to oil or gummies, whatever I can get my hands on. Mom said use my stuff, but I checked dosage for a dog his size, and it's just not efficient for the size of bottles I have. I only have about 30 milliliters of the oil, and I use 2 doses a day, at least 1 to 2 doses a day, and I can get that to last me about a month. And if I'm giving him a third of a bottle every day, that's going to clear out my stash. And that stuff, even if I have Mom buy it in bulk, is not cheap. So it's almost better to do something else and get something else. But I think if I give him that, at least for a while, it'll take the edge off his woohoo, where he's not going to pay attention. It'll take the edge off that excitement he has, so he will pay attention a little bit better, and I'll see how he is when he gets back. And as the goal with most dog traders is, when a dog comes out of boarding, not to hand the owner back a completely crazy dog. The goal is to make them better than they were when they went in. And I'm not just doing this to make his obedience better. I'm doing this to work on his pickups and make them better. And I'm also going to try to do pickups more around the house when I need them. It's just I'm going to have to practice calling him from other rooms, which I can do, and having him pick up stuff in there. So I'm going to do that. It's just his main issue is he's so wound up when I'm trying to get him to focus. He's going on everything. So I should ask Dirk if he will actually pick up a phone without biting on it. Because that's my main problem, which is why I haven't let him have my phone recently. But I'm happy with the report he gave me today. I mean, and we talked for 20 minutes. The good news is Mom walked up to him at least twice. He didn't really react. what he's been doing lately is he's just been raising his head. He hasn't been doing a pop-up. And I don't know why he's been doing so badly in the house, but he does have bad days where he's like not listening worth crap. And it's like, forget it. And you just kind of have to, as Dirk put it, lower your expectations for him that day. I'm not really worried about Sherry walking into the house and him going nuts because she usually ignores him anyway. So, and he kind of knows she means business when she's like, Zoom, get out of the way. He usually leaves her alone, and I usually correct him for being nosy and being obnoxious anyway. But I'm going to even have to crank up my corrections even more if I want him to get off something and do something exactly when I say, hey, don't do that. So, and if I have to crank the collar up to 50 when I'm correcting him when he's being a brat, I will do that. Actually, it's probably going to be closer to 40 or 45, not 50, because the button I have will bump it up by 10. So it's probably actually going to be on a 40 on the remote and do that. So that's probably what I'm going to do, but I'll figure all this stuff out when I actually get him back. And I think what I'll end up doing is using a gift card my sister gave me a few Christmases ago and like bulk ordering a mess of CBD stuff for him because I need a bigger thing of it. That's going to help dose him because I cannot use the stuff I have. Because it's just not enough. I don't have enough to dose him and me if I need two doses of it a day, which I've been taking. Sometimes it's like I do 2 doses because my muscles are bugging me, and that's as much as I need. So, but I'll figure this out because I do think a piece of a CBD gummy would help him, even if I'm only giving it to him in the morning and helping him chill out. So when I do stuff, I kind of have a way I can do things. But yeah, I'll do that when I got it, and I'll figure that out. And I'll let you guys know how it works when we get back. But he's got another week to go, so I'll give you guys an update on that when I get him back next week, and we'll go from there.